Hello there, Julie Kirkpatrick and Will Koeberg back for segment 3 of our podcast. And we're going to talk a little bit about house the trend in the house market right now, which you already kind of mentioned slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
So what else are you seeing?
Well, you've seen, this is the first time I've seen expireds, right? You used not to see that. So expireds are when your listing contract expires. So you didn't see much of those the past year. Homes on the market are the days on market are going longer than they have been. A couple weeks, even 3 weeks, whatever. I don't have the exact stat in front of me, but yeah, you're just seeing all those indications that the market is shifting a little bit. But still, I mean, look, it's July 26th, and registrations start with schools. That's very important. So the motivation right now is, look, if you're looking to buy a home, yeah, interest rates have gone up. Inflation is what it is, but now buyers have a little bit better. Buyers have a little bit better opportunity to buy a home because they're not getting in these crazy, like Mira said, 13 offers, 12 offers. You're seeing maybe 2 or 3 in a multiple offer situation. So the buyers that have good financials, you're starting to see more of the way it was, where you're not having to throw in everything in your firstborn child to buy a home. So now you can keep your child and then get them in for school.
I was going to say, did you get a rush and a push because school's about to start?
I think so. I think that's a driving factor for a lot of families.
It is in family law. I know we get a big push to have the trial done. Especially when they're arguing over who's going to have the right to designate the residence, and one parent wants a child to go to school here, another parent wants them to go to school over here.
Right.
So we get a big push to either get those settled or to have a trial done before the judge before school starts, because if they're already in one school, the longer they're there, the longer it waits to go to trial, the more the judge is going to leave them there at least for a while. So if your client is the one who wants to move the child, it's, you got to get moving on those.
So question about that. So say you have two couples, they got young kids. I mean, what does that look like with custody? Are they having to agree, or let's say there's no major issues in a separation or a divorce, like there's no physical abuse, that's just like somebody's checked out. So I mean, are you finding that it's more like 50-50? It's harder to get joint or it's harder to get full custody, something like that. So the judge says, look, it just ain't working out, but there's nothing I can say like you get awarded or you get awarded. So how does that situation work, and how do you choose schools if you're not living in the same school zone?
The judges, honestly, most cases settle at mediation. We don't have we handle a lot of trials because we get a lot of highly contested cases at our office, but the majority of cases settle at mediation. Like it's somewhere in the 90 percentile.
Wow.
Yeah. And
you look at the cost of what it would be to drag it out?
That is a big factor. It gets very expensive to go to trial. Yeah. Almost just about every court makes you go to mediation. It's a requirement.
Wow.
So if you got a halfway decent mediator, and the legislature's made it easier to settle too. I got divorced when I was 20. We won't talk about how long ago that was, but back then,
10 years,
whatever. Back then, you had a
wait. You got divorced when you were 20 years old?
Yes.
When did you get married?
When I was 19.
I was used to say 15. I was like, whoa.
No, it was 1 year.
No, I know she wasn't. I'm not saying you're all just.
I had a child at 21.
Okay.
Actually, the divorce didn't happen until right after the child was born. Yeah. So, anyway.
Sometimes
I started early.
Your country girl marry that high school sweetheart.
I'm from Chicago.
Well, then
but then I grew up in Plano. So.
Chicago's got country around it, baby.
Yeah, not where
Okay, so sorry I interrupted.
Anyway.
So, custody, children.
Yes, they settle at mediation, but they've made it easier. Way back when I got divorced, you had a managing conservator and a possessory conservator. Right. And the managing conservator was the one who got to make all the decisions. Right? Now, they have it where you're both joint managing conservators most of the time, unless there's some violence or something, or a major reason to have it a different way. And the parents get to share in those rights and duties, like where they're going to go to school, where they're going to live. And for a while there, then the big fight became over which parent got to designate the primary residence. That was the big argument, who says where they get to. So they've also come out with, instead of having a parent do that, you can have a geographic restriction. And I have a lot of clients now who will have the geographic restriction be an ISD, like Frisco ISD.
Right.
And both parents have to live within the ISD. And then that helps decide where the child's going to school
Does-
or whatever. But
Does there have to be a primary residence designated now?
It doesn't have to be a specific parent, though. It can be a geographical location. So you can
okay.
say the primary residence of the child is going to be Frisco ISD, or it's going to be 75024 zip code, or it's going to be Dallas County. I mean, you can, but you don't have to say that one parent gets the right to designate that. You can have it designated in the decree, and that kind of takes away a big fight. That's both parents wanted that.
Yeah.
And I see more and more parents too now that are going to shared custody, closer to 50-50.
Wow.
A lot more, instead of it, mom gets a child, or,
Right.
it's going a lot more towards 50-50.
Well, because you got more moms that work and some of those other things. So I've read the book Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters by Dr. Meg Neger, and it talks about divorce and kids in homes and just the likelihood of this and that. But let's say it's the inevitable, and you've got you're speaking to a couple out there going through that, and they're concerned, but things aren't working out. What is the best for the children? Like when you see kids growing up, it's tough, but what is the best situation for kids if this is inevitable? It's going to happen. Like counseling, do you get
absolutely.
It's all about
Counseling.
the parents getting along. Do the kids get scarred more if they see the
Absolutely.
parents fighting or see mom or dad upset? So talk to me about that.
Yes, absolutely. The best thing you can do is have an amicable divorce. I hate to say it, but for your kids, if you can get along and get through it without fighting a whole lot, it's so much easier on your kids. And you'd be amazed at what they pick up that you don't realize. My daughter, I got divorced, right? So my daughter is saying something about hearing me talk bad about her dad. I never talked bad about her dad in front of her. I would never do that, right? But she was hearing me on the phone talking to my friends, and I didn't even realize it.
So just
she
nip
was
it in the
supposed
bud
to be in
and
bed,
don't-
and she
yeah.
was sneaking down the stairs. So do that outside. Do it in the garage where the kids can't hear you. Or don't do it at all, and don't let your family members do it. Your mom or your dad wants to take your side, and they're angry about what's going on, just like you are. But you can't let the kids hear any of that because they're half the other parent, and it messes them up a lot.
Well, and I think that's what a lot of people don't understand is like, I want to get that SOB or I want to get her out of my life. Well, if you got kids, you're still going to have to learn how to get along.
Yeah.
I'm here saying if I can do it, anybody can. But I mean, that's true. And honestly, you see married couples having to work out more separated than they do together.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the crazy thing about it is like, you think you're going to get rid of this person, you're probably going to have to talk more about schedules and coordinating things and deal with them more. But I guess it's more like business or something. So
some people just can't do it though.
Yeah.
We see a lot of, and they come back if they can't do it, and we, try and fix it for them and help them get through it. But
have you ever seen the divorce and they get back together?
I have, yes. Actually, I've seen them not quite go through with the divorce and get back together. I actually have a friend who was divorced and then remarried the same person.
So why
I didn't
is
handle
that
her
just
divorce though?
Is that just the thing? My wife, like, you have a kid right off the thing, you dating, so you never have that time to let it go and come back or something. Like, is that what you see? Is it usually the couples that then they do it and then they're like, you know what? There's really nobody else out there that I like better, or is that kind of like, you know what? Kind of like, you're right, the grass isn't greener. What is the situation? How does that work out?
I think it's a lot of the grass isn't greener, and you get out there.
Well, that's human nature.
And,
That's a fallen world and a fallen nature. Like, oh, there's something better over here, but find door number 1, door number 2, door number 3, and you open them all, like, they all got problems.
Yeah,
So.
people don't realize it. You get fed up. It's hard being married. There's a lot of communication that needs to happen. A lot of boundaries and compromise. That's the word I was digging for. There is compromise. Yes. What can you live with, and what can you not live with, and making sure you got somebody that you can deal with their idiosyncrasies.
Or just deal with their idiot. My wife deals with it most of the time.
Well, no comment. I'm not even going to say anything. God bless her.
We should have had this on the Instagram Live, too.
Where can people find you?
All right, so if you're looking to, if you have any real estate needs here in DFW, like I said, I do residential and then also some land and ranch. So if you got a ranch out there, I sell ranches in Texas as well. But you can find out or visit our website at koeberggroup.com. You can contact us there. You can see our listings. Follow my YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, join my family because I got a new YouTube home tour every week. So we try to keep it Tuesday about 12:30. We have a new, so I've got like 5 awesome luxury videos in the can right now, and we just unleashed our first one this week. It's a $3 million house in Frisco, Stonebriar Village. It happens to be for sale, but I also do homes that aren't for sale. They're past clients or builders or stuff like that. So you can see YouTube channel handle. I don't know. So just Will Koeberg, WILLKOBERG. So /C/Will Koeberg, I guess, or in the subscribe link. I don't know if you can simplify it, but subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see those videos, and follow and like me on social media. And Koeberggroup.com. But we'd love to help you. Got any? Oh, so my cell phone number, you can call me at 214. I don't know if I want to get out myself. 214-213-5094. It's already out there. It's too late. 214-213-5094, and you can email me at willkoeberg@kw.com. That's Will Koeberg, WILLKOBERG @kw.com.
I appreciate you coming out.
Hashtag Will sells it. Hashtag Will sells it.
What was the nickname that you had in high school?
The nickname I had.
Will
do anything.
Will the Thrill.
I was on a radio show, and my name was Will Do Anything. That was before Tom Green came out. It was like right when Tom Green was coming out. And I was like, it was all on the radio. I was like, we had a video camera doing half the pranks I did. I would have been Tom Green, but God had a plan. Julie, how do people get in touch with you?
People can get in touch with me or anyone at the firm at scrogginslawgroup.com or 214-469-3100.
Call Julie for all your family law needs.
That's right. Now, thanks. I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you coming out. And I really enjoyed working with you in that divorce.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Fun. It was great.
It was
Communication
painful for you.
good.
I know. I apologize.
It was all right. We got it done, and it's
just took a while.
Every real estate, like every
divorce
is different. It's unique. There's a lot of emotions involved. So our two businesses are not too far from each other in regards to that, and you just have to have a level head. You can't get into the he said, she said. You just got to say, look, this is our job. Just keep them focused. Keep them on the end game, and that's the thing. But thank you so much. It's been great.
Thank you.
I appreciate you having me today.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining this episode of Scroggin's
Family Law Talk.
Family Law Talk with Julie Kirkpatrick. Damn it.
Julie Scroggins. Let's go back to that.
Julie Kirkpatrick.